India sent a strong message to Pakistan by starting weather forecasts of cities including Gilgit, Mirpur, Muzaffarabad to tell Pakistan that they are part of Jammu and Kashmir. It's a loud and clear message, which is Islamabad and Rawalpindi, which have time and again tried to meddle in India's affairs, especially on Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. And joining us on this broadcast as we discuss India's message to Pakistan, and it's a loud message, is Amjad Ayub Mirza, who's a human rights and political activist from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Mr. Amjad Ayub Mirza, thank you for speaking to Republic TV. What's your first response when you heard of the government of India ensuring that Doordarshan, All India Radio, and also the IMD, including Gilgit, Mirpur and Muzaffarabad, in their daily updates?
It was utter joy, and it was Der Ayat Durust Ayat, because I come from Mirpur, and it was an absolute joy. It was a great sense of belonging that I have personally never experienced emotionally. And I think that now it won't be long before we will be able to visit our homeland in Pakistani occupied Jammu Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. And I have been receiving calls from POK from Gilgit-Baltistan all day today, and they've been asking me and congratulating me and asking me, Dr. Saab, kya waqai Bharat sanjeeda hai? Is India really serious to, make us finally bring us into the fold of the Indian Union? And I said, of course.
Yeah, and the manner in which Pakistan has been meddling with POK in the last few days, and you're joining us live from Glasgow, and I know that you're in touch with a lot of people from Gilgit, Mirpur and Muzaffarabad. The attempts to bring change in POK by Pakistan has not gone down well even with the people of these cities.
Not at all, because basically you see the worst affected part of POK has been Gilgit-Baltistan, because there are no civil or human rights there. They have got an anti-terrorist act, and anyone who tries to talk about civil rights or human rights or even minor things like building a road or power load shedding, they are charged under the Anti-Terrorist Act, Schedule 4, and they are confined to their house or their village. They cannot leave their house or their village without informing the local police station. And our human rights activist and environmental activist, Baba Jan, Iftihar Kabrai, and several others are serving jail terms that were never heard of after the independence of India, like 70 years, 90-year sentences have been given to them. So, on the other hand, if you look at Azad Kashmir, which is another part of POK, there are no proper roads. There is no bridges to connect villages, and no proper health facilities, no ventilators, no proper colleges, no proper universities, no airports. Can you believe it? In 21st century, we have no airports. So the first thing I think that Modi Sarkar will have to do is to build airports and hospitals. But having said that, POK people have been indoctrinated by this jihadist Islamic terrorist ideology for 70 years. So they are gradually coming out of it. They are waking up to the fact that Pakistan has been exploiting our natural resources, our forests. Only 4% of our land has now got forest. There's massive deforestation and massive exploitation of our mines. You see, so people in POK are really the losers. 4 million of our youth is in Middle East, in America, and in Europe, were doing underpaid jobs because there are no jobs in POK. Have I ever met anyone from Kashmir or from Jammu? No, I haven't met anyone who's working in a factory over here or who's working in a takeaway or at a petrol station. But every single other taxi driver or kitchen porter you find in Europe or Middle East is from POJK. So we think that it is high time that we should come into the folds of the Indian Union and develop ourselves.
Yeah. And finally, you spoke about the warped priorities of the Imran Khan government. Now, the entire world is battling the COVID pandemic, and we're looking at some horrific stories coming out of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Cities like Gilgit-Baltistan, in Gilgit-Baltistan region, Mirpur, Muzaffarabad, no PPEs, protective gear, inadequate food, absolutely zero facilities, and the Pakistani Prime Minister tweeting about India all the time, is India obsession. And there's been a lot of backlash, not just from the people of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, but even from Pakistan.
You see, when the COVID pandemic hit our knowledge and we started to realize that this is going to be a serious business, we did not have a single case of coronavirus in POJK. In Gilgit-Baltistan was the first to receive coronavirus patients because of the pilgrims who were coming back from Iran. So as they crossed the border from Iran, there was no screening facilities. So the Tabligis who were coming back, they started to spread it. But in Mirpur, Muzaffarabad, there was no case. So what happened is Pakistan then decided that they are going to send coronavirus patients to Mirpur in POK. And I protested against this. I wrote articles. I went live on television and condemned this. People started to protest, and there were demonstrations in Mirpur. And they were bringing these coronavirus patients to Mirpur without any quarantine facilities. And in neighborhoods, they were evacuating buildings like a school building or something in the middle of a neighborhood. So the other thing is they then used the river Jhelum. From the river Jhelum, they used to bring people from Pakistan, from Punjab, who were suffering from coronavirus, across the river into Mirpur.
Yeah. Let's see where the story goes, Amjad Ayub Mirza, because I know for one, Pakistan is very irritated with what India is doing, and India will not step back. If you see the kind of messages that have gone out to Pakistan in the last 1.5 to 2 years about POK, and I think the intent is clear. Amjad Ayub Mirza, thank you for speaking to Republic TV this morning.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.